Well, hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with the Get Up and Go Challenge. Starting August 1st, right here on the Get Up and Go Challenge page. 30-day challenge, free of course, as usual. 30 days moving you toward what it is that you want. And I haven't mapped out, I'm going to be honest, I haven't mapped out all of the details of this particular challenge. Would love to know in the comments below, what is the most burning issue that you're working on right now? What is your biggest challenge right now? I want to make sure I incorporate that into this 30-day challenge. We've been dealing with COVID for several months now, the ups and the downs and the uncertainty of that. Maybe your biggest challenge is dealing with uncertainty, and let's make sure we knock that out of the park for you. Maybe it's not knowing what to do next. Let's make sure we deal with that. It's easy to know what to do next. I know that's a bold statement, but it absolutely positively is. We tell ourselves we don't know what to do, but we always know what to do. So share that in the comments below. Join me right here, 11 a.m. Central, August 1st through 31st. We're going to do a 30-day free Get Up and Go challenge so that you always know what to do, to guarantee that you're better off at the end of August than you are right now in at least one area or aspect of your life. Could be more. It's entirely up to you. You can actually be better in all 7 areas and aspects of your life if you so choose in as short a time as 1 month. Yep, in days, not years. So, what is our topic for today as we're warming up to the Get Up and Go challenge starting August 1st? It is who's responsible. It is the answer. The answer is always you. You are 100% responsible for everything. Now, not everything. You're not responsible for the weather. You're not responsible for big global issues. You're not responsible for global warming, but you are 100% responsible for yourself and your life. This is one of my favorite topics because it's so hard for us as human beings to grasp. Some people get it. They're like, hey, I'm responsible. Stuff that happens to me, through me, to me, is my responsibility. Now, that means, yeah, I'm responsible for my choices, my decisions, my emotions, my reactions, my course in life. I'm responsible for how much effort and energy I do put into things, what I do put into things. I'm responsible for anything that I have the ability to choose. And guess what? We all have a whole lot more freedom and personal freedom to choose, and personal power, I guess, than we give ourselves credit for, or than we feel like. The world around us, meaning whatever, however you feel and believe and define that, does the best job it possibly can to make us individually feel small and powerless. Yet, there are those among the human race that stand up and say no. No to the bureaucracy, no to politics, no to negative influences, because they know that by taking 100% responsibility for their lives and how they make choices and respond and create and what they think about and feel, they have the ultimate power and freedom to decide and choose and set the direction in the course of their life. And more people, I don't call it awakening, it's called awakening. More and more people are realizing that if they want to be free, if they want to have personal power and control over their life and be able to make the choices and do what they want, they have to take responsibility for those choices. That means taking responsibility for the consequences of our choices, the way and the results of the things that we do and say, and the choices that we make. In businesses, I've been a business owner for a really long time. The law says and holds a business owner or manager, in several cases in bigger organizations, responsible for everything that happens in their area of power or influence. So if I'm a manager of a department in a big corporation and one of my other managers or employees sexually harasses someone else or behaves in negative racist ways or whatever it might be that are illegal, I am held responsible as well as that person, whether I know that it's going on or not, whether I know the behavior is going on or not. It's my job and my responsibility to make sure those things don't happen, that the people that report to me or are under my control, not my control, but under my jurisdiction in an organization, don't do anything illegal or wrong according to the law. Or not only is the person that actually does it responsible, but so am I. Now, that's a stretch. It's kind of like when parents are punished for the actions of their teenage kids. Is that really right? No, I don't think it's right, but I do know that that's the way the law is written. So if I'm in a position of power, or if I'm in a leadership position in an organization, I know that I better be aware of and keep track of what all the people that report to me are doing, or I could find myself in legal trouble. Now, maybe I just don't choose jobs like that. If I don't want to be responsible for other people that I don't know or don't have control over what they're doing or any idea, maybe I don't take a job like that. The not taking a job like that, that's where I have my own decision, my own power, my own personal power to decide and choose the direction or the trajectory of my life. Now, all of us have been in situations where we felt like a victim or a victor, and we've wanted to blame or assess responsibility to someone else. Now, I'm not saying that a bully or an abuser is not responsible. They are 100% responsible for the abuse that they put upon another person. If you're setting out to do evil things and hurt people in any way, shape, or form, or negatively impact other people on purpose, that's abuse. That's abuse of power. That's abuse. That's bullying, all kinds of things, whatever the name is. That is 100% your responsibility and your fault, and you need to deal and be held accountable to that. It's not the person that's abused or the victim in that case. There are true situations where there's evil and there's people that are victims. I'm not talking about that here. I'm talking about, and then once you're a victim, you have the responsibility to choose how you're going to respond to that experience. So that's the part that you have responsibility in, but how you're going to deal with, and we all have that, right? It's up to all of us, and we're all getting a lot of practice in it in 2020. We're all getting to figure out how do we respond to things that are absolutely positively outside of our control. COVID-19 has impacted each and every one of us in a different way, but each and every one of us are 100% personally responsible for our own reaction and action and response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Are we pushing against it? Are we fighting for things to go back to exactly the way they were? Or are we saying, this happened out of my control, how am I going to make sure that my life is better off moving forward? How am I going to take care of myself and those I love and care about moving forward? So again, if we want freedom, if we want personal power, we also have to take the flip side of that, which is 100% responsibility for ourselves, our lives, our actions, and our choices. Now, I would love to know what you think about this topic. I, like everybody else, have had times when I've found it easier to be the victim and blame the circumstances and things around me that have happened around me and to me for how I'm feeling. We go through periods of time like that. The trick is to not stay there. It's like being afraid or worried or full of doubt, and we're all, there's a lot of uncertainty and doubt going on right now. But we don't have to stay in those feelings. We have to, at some point, switch from talking about the problem to focusing on the solution. And the faster we do that, the faster we're taking back our personal power and increasing our freedom. Love to know what you think about this topic. Again, it's one of my favorites. I could probably talk about it for days, but I won't. Go out, make it an awesome day. Again, don't forget about the new challenge starting August 1st. I'm working on putting a funnel up so that we can sign up for it there, but otherwise just show up on the page August 1st. Make sure that you, if you want the inside scoop and to be really involved and engaged in a more private conversation where you can really be yourself and not have to worry about it getting shared out into the world, join the private Get Up and Go Challenge group, and that's where we'll have the discussions. That's where I like to have a little homework assignment or a little action that we take every single day of the challenges that I do. So that's where you'll do your homework too as well, is within the group, not on the page. But the page is public and open to everybody, so everybody can see the daily lesson or the daily action or the daily challenge. And then if you want to participate and do your homework, make sure you join the private group as well. Because sometimes we want to share how we're really feeling about stuff, but we don't want to get embarrassed or be fearful of sharing that. So I don't want that to be out in a public group. I know I don't like to share in public groups when people are doing challenges and they have public groups and ask for your homework and your input and bearing your soul. Not going to do that when it's not my group or the people that I know, because I screen people and make sure that they're good people when they go in. Nobody participates in a 30-day challenge unless they're a good person. They just don't. Nobody's got that discipline. Anyway, that's it. Have an absolutely amazing day. Be responsible for yourself and know that you have a lot more power and control over your life than you're probably giving yourself credit for. Catch you tomorrow.